Okay. Well, it's happened. I might get busted. I'm going to have to resort to some very quick measures because look what's happening. Do something crazy, do something crazy, do something crazy, do something crazy. Can't stand, can't stand, can't stand, can't stand. Well, folks, they finally caught up to me. I've got to resort. I come prepared for these kind of days. I come prepared for it. First of all, start drinking a lot of water. Always bring a big jug of water. If that doesn't work, to wake you up and you get some energy. You got to carry this Mega Energy. It changes some of the alcohol and drugs, and you get the Mega Energy.
Stay here for the rest of my life.
Number 5. There you go. And of course, you smell like alcohol, so you got to spray yourself. Get some perfume. Just spray yourself all over. And make sure you call your attorney right away. And you want union rep. I got speed dial. Yeah, John. I've got a drug test. I need attorney representation in case I have a problem. Can you get down here right away? Thank you. Bruce Hanson, I need a union rep down here. I got a drug test, and I need to know my rights. Can you get down here as soon as possible? Okay, come here. You're on the cell phone. You're doing your videos at the same time now. That's just a little over the edge.
Smoking. I can't smoke.
You're trying to like this while you're driving, and you're logging, and you're smoking, and you got your cell phone on. You just feel that just might be too videos.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't go for me. I didn't care. I didn't go for me either.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
You breathing okay? Is
Yeah.
the diesel getting to you?
No, for Holtz. Yeah, I just found out bus 1711 was.
I heard it's just terrible.
It was a
Gas
terrible
shit.
bus. Yeah, it gassed me.
Yeah.
And then I guess Greg and the mechanic went out and test drove the thing, and they can actually still see it. They can see it and still smell it. That bus should be shot and put in the 11th River.
Well, they took it off, but they put it back on or something.
Well, they took it off because I got sick on it. But then the following Saturday, Tom Hall, he had the bus. So I asked Tom if he would start it up. And he did. And sure enough, the smell in there was a lot worse.
Oh, gosh.
You need a pocket protector.
Auto parts might help.
Because they're constantly running their pants and wrenches and everything else.
Home Depot might have it.
So anyway, what about the 3-day a week?
Good. All right,
Should we do that 3-day a week? Sure. Primate's going to go to 3 days a week. Save money. They're going to cancel it. So they're going to ask us, employees,
Which days we
get? Shrimps?
Pizza?
Shrimps? No, we're getting shrimps.
We gotta have to do it.
Shrimps and Mountain Dew.
A new feature, Mort stock predictions. Okay, Mort, what's the market going to do?
We got to get over on the machine now. The market's going to drop tomorrow if it's going to be a sell-off after President's...
There's going to be a sell-off after the Obama speech?
Because the market looks like it's sold off a little bit.
When I first came here, we got rents at 12.30. That was before the first recession.
And that was in the early 80s, right?
Early 80s, 82.
There you go. So what happened? Why did they... Oh, after the first recession, that's when they cut back.
Then they cut back to... A lot of the buses stopped at 10, 11, and that's what they do now.
We want to hear the story of the cop car. Cop car.
I could never say anything bad about Portland's finest.
No. But tell us about the keys. Tell us about the keys. Because the rumor was that you took the keys out of the car and you threw them into a ditch. But that's not what happened.
There are no ditches in downtown Portland. You have to go clearly from Tanner Creek or go to Willamette River for a ditch. I can't throw that far, so that in and of its face is a false
Okay, well, I didn't know that. So what's the real story? Tell us.
Story?
Yeah, the
There
real
was evidently an unmarked police car parked blocking both bus travel lanes across from Abercrombie and Fitch between Yamhill and Morrison on 5th Avenue in the month of July about 2 years ago. And it was abandoned.
Yes, abandoned vehicles. That's all it looked like to you.
And then I asked someone whose vehicle it was. Nobody said anything. So I got out and looked at it, and it was running. And I went, oh my God, this looks dangerous. So I put the brake on, I put the car, make sure the car was in park. I turned the motor off, and I took the keys, and I laid them in the driver's footwell area, where any sentient being open the door looking in could go, oh, hark, look at the keys there. But unfortunately, that description does not fit some of Portland's blue and black uniform.
Brian Bussophobia. I have to document that one, that's all.
Well, today we got the word via Greg that Bob now officially prohibited from operating his video bus, aka the shovel is in motion.
It's got it's a little more rounded. It's got a little more.
Linear front, or whatever they call it.
I mean, isn't that someone posted the electric bill in one of these elevators one time, and as a result, the
Here we are, shuttle on Friday the 10th of April. Just to make a few comments here on my meeting with Ruth and Peggy the last few days ago. I have to say that it was nice talking with Peggy and also getting it straight where our boundary lines lay and doing our little TriMet TV, Saturday Night Live, fun blog to build up the drivers and also to keep to keep everybody honest, our leaders here at TriMet, to keep them accountable and almost be like a conscience, for TriMet, to give them some advice. There's a lot of issues that, there's a lot of drivers that can weigh in on the issues. I mean, TriMet affects us and everything they do and say and decisions they make affect us, and we like to have an input on that as far as not only what they do, but what they should do. Anyway, I enjoyed the chat with Peggy, and I was a little surprised with Ruth. I have a pretty good rapport with Ruth. Talked to her many times, but Ruth, were you trying to sell me out there a little bit now? Come on. It looks like we were looking at all my videos behind closed doors, you, me, and Peggy, that you were quiet most of the time because you didn't have much to say. It was me and Peggy. 99.9% of the conversation just me and Peggy, and it looked like you were just not doing your job. You just were sitting there. So this water video came up where I dropped off some water, and you wanted to show that to Peggy like I was doing some kind of commercial business on the job, selling water. And of course it did show me delivering some water, and since you had the proof because I've given you some water, Ruth, and since you had the container of the water I gave you, you were trying to nail me, weren't you? You're trying to nail me that I got proof that he delivers water, he delivered it to me, and here he's in video delivering and selling water. And that might be an embarrassing thing. You might have me on that because you can't be using this vehicle for commercial use and making money. But that was seen right through. I told her that's just a friend that was online here on the service area. I just happened to drop off some water because I had it. It was no charge. Water was free. It's like stopping at maybe a 7-Eleven on your way, en route to grab a burger or to grab a candy bar or something. It was no big deal. Peggy saw right through it. So, Ruth, I hope you weren't just trying to act like you were had me on something, trying to do your job to impress Peggy, because she wasn't impressed.